Good afternoon. Welcome to a special meeting of the Board of Selectmen on Monday, January 31st at 4 o'clock. If we will please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America,
United States of America,
to the republic
to the republic
for which
which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Had to get that out, that was gonna be weird. It was like, whoa, you vote?
I said it silently.
No, you didn't.
Well, I did eventually.
I'll now open the open forum portion of the meeting. Seeing no one here, we will close that. We have no appointments, so we will move right on to action items. Carol?
Yes, I make well, I guess we're here to hear a request from the chief about using ARPA funds for an ambulance. So I would make that motion and then turn it back to you.
Second it.
Discussion, go ahead, chief. You're on the air. Keep
So
it
last
clean.
week, when I was at Specialty Vehicles to pick up our tower, which we now have, it's not in service yet, but it will be in about 2 more weeks. They had a demo ambulance. It was that Tuesday after we met, Monday night. They have a demo ambulance there for $318,000, which is a significant price drop from what we were going to order. That was going to be 2 years out. So this ambulance is available now. It's not a Ford chassis, it's a Dodge Ram, but I don't care. It's an ambulance, and it's available. And
So the
there's
other
money
town-
savings with it.
The other town that was involved didn't.
Yeah, the other town,
worked out.
they didn't get back to him, so he called today and said if it's ours if we want it, here we are.
Okay.
It's a 2020 chassis, but it's brand new. It's got 1,300 miles on it. We will get, if this is approved tonight, we'll get it probably mid-March. I want to have, they want to bring it to a fire chiefs conference, which is fine with me. And I'd rather keep the old one on the road during the winter anyways. And then as soon as the snow breaks, we'll get the new one. And I believe the motion was for 325,000?
Right.
Just for like incidentals or whatever.
Okay, I was gonna ask you the difference between the 318 and 325.
Yeah, there's one radio I have to buy for it. It's about, I think it's about $4,000.
Chief, this comes from the state contract.
It is. This is at the, this is probably the EBCAM contract, I believe. It's either EBCAM or MAPC, one of the two.
Okay, Peter?
Yeah, no, what was the savings again? It was like
About
50?
46 grand.
So it was 371 to 325, and but according to the federal government, we lost 330,000 in revenue, so it kind of fits right into that, you know, that amount that we were short anyways,
Right.
which is why, you know, it didn't go to capital this year.
Yep.
And the good thing is it's available now as opposed to 2 years from now.
That was huge. That's pretty much the only reason why I said,
Right.
I won't take a Ford, I'll take a Dodge. But
Yeah, I have no issues
Carol?
with the timing.
Carol?
Yeah, I think that the savings of both time and money make this the right move.
Okay,
It's an opportunity.
okay. Any further discussion? Chief, you have anything more?
I do not.
Okay. All those in favor?
Right.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Move it along, sir. And again, while while the two of you are here, take the opportunity, what a great job everyone did this weekend with the storm. Chief, how did you guys do with the calls into the fire department?
We had 8 calls that day. One was storm-related,
Really? Wow.
and it was just to check a vent pipe in the house.
Okay.
Thank God the snow was dry.
All right.
Otherwise, we'd still be had no power.
Right.
So we lucked out. We did.
And
It was,
power-
it
power-
was also good to see people not driving around.
And the power outage, did we just have that one?
East Street, I don't know what happened. I got onto my MEMA website. It showed that we had 53 residents without power. Checked the National Grid website. It came up and said East Street. I drove down East Street an hour later or so, and lights are on. So they were out for maybe 2 hours.
Okay.
And then there was only like maybe one that happened sometime during the day, and then that was repaired as well. So
Okay,
we
good.
actually lucked out really well.
Chief O'Brien?
We just had numerous cars off the road. A lot of people took caution and they weren't out and about, so we were able to handle the call volume, no problems.
Good. Great, and DPW did their usual fantastic
Yeah,
job.
they did a great job.
As I've always said, East Bridgewater, you can tell when you move into this town, drive into this town after a snowstorm, it's just done correctly, so thank you, everyone. Okay, Carol?
Yes, also on the action items, we have the ARPA committee.
And my understanding is the board wanted to further discuss about who they would like to see as members of that committee. We know that there are a number of departments that are interested in either having department heads or representatives serve on the committee. While it might not be a direct conflict of interest, I'd assume anybody department was asking for funding through ARPA would, leave the committee during that discussion. It might be better to divide it into those people who are looking for funds not serve on the committee, and those people who aren't looking for funds perfectly happy. Therefore, we eliminate any potential conflicts of interest. And also, I know the board wanted to discuss a little bit more about residents versus non-residents. Obviously, I think the only non-residents who might be interested in serving would be department heads, but it goes back exact to that question of looking for funding versus willing to serve on ARPA and not looking for funding.
Yeah, I think, I do believe any department head or representative of department head that would be looking for some type of ARPA money would best not serve. They will have obviously the opportunity to put in their request and follow their request to the committee and then to the board if needed, but I think we have to avoid that. But as you said, there may be departments that are not looking for ARPA money, and they could, very easily serve on that board.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, we're kind of putting the cart before the horse, bringing in any department that's looking for funding or would be putting application in for funding. I guess what we have to really make a decision on is the number of people
Right.
that we're looking for. I mean, I don't know, I don't really have any thought. I think the smaller number, probably the better. I mean, maybe
I
five
would
or-
say either 5 or 7,
All right.
either way on that, depending on, the applications that we get. I don't know if they're gonna be breaking down the door on this.
No.
But,
Never do.
either 5 or 7, depending on people coming in. How many requests have we had so far?
I've received 2 requests from residents and 2 requests from non-resident department heads.
Okay, we'll look at those when they come in.
What's the time? Sorry. Limit for,
Is it February 11th? February 11th.
Okay, so we have next week.
yeah, we can see what we're looking at. And
So
then
we're
we'll-
definitely looking for more
Yep.
letters of interest.
Okay. Carol?
I agree with what you both said about department heads and also that it should be residents only.
Yeah, non-residents, asking for, money for the town type deal probably doesn't work. Okay, at some point in time, once we have a committee together, we'll have to form and get some guidelines out there on exactly where they'll be going with this. Do we have to have some kind of a limit on what a individual request can be, how much money it would be, and stuff like that? But, once we get a committee together, I think is when we'll iron that out.
Yeah. Joint meeting with them, I would
Yeah.
assume, to
Yeah.
figure out what the
Yeah, and introduce
parameters
them.
are.
So, yeah. Carol, you okay with that?
Yes,
Okay. All right. Moving on. There is another motion, Carol, that you didn't
Yep.
see, and that's to end
make,
the,
make a motion that we end the state of emergency from the snowstorm.
Second.
as of now, 4:15 on the 31st.
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion on that? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Town administrator?
No other report.
Nope.
Glad we're back to professional. In that case, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
Have a great,
Thanks,
be
everybody.
careful out there.
Have a good night.
Bye, Carol.